It's so scary to me that only a few of these photos are clear, but the rest of them showed nothing but darkness. So because Lisanne's backpack was found, this sparked a new search along the Cholera River, and this is when authorities found some of their clothes on some surrounding rocks just a short distance from where the backpack was found. And 2 months later, another disturbing discovery would be made. Not far from where the backpack was found, authorities found a broken pelvis and a woman's boot with a foot still inside of it. In total, 33 bones were found scattered along the same riverbank, and after DNA testing, it was confirmed that they belonged to Kris and Lisanne. But here's the thing. Lisanne's bones seemed to have decomposed naturally as she still had some skin attached to the bone, but Kris's bones looked like they had been bleached. Whether or not that was from sun exposure, which is typically normal, we don't know. But aside from Kris's broken pelvis, which authorities don't know if that happened before or after her death, the bones were in pristine condition. There weren't any marks or signs of trauma, but combined, only 15% of their bones were ever found. A post-mortem examination confirmed some animal activity, meaning it's likely that the rest of their bones were carried away by wild animals. Because there were no signs of trauma and how little of the bones were found, their cause of death could not be determined. Although to this day we don't know what happened to the girls, there are a few theories. One being that they possibly had an accident during their hike, with one of them getting hurt. That sparked them trying to call the police for help, but when they couldn't get a signal, they decided to hunker down and camp out for the night with the intention of trying to hike for help in the morning. Then when morning came, it's possible that they just went the wrong way along the steep riverbed where they would eventually be found. This led them deeper and deeper into the jungle with no way out. Then they just died of exposure after not being found. Investigators believe Kris possibly died on the night those photos were taken, which was the 8th. Their theory is that Lisanne took those photos to try and help her, maybe trying to use the flash to see. Or it's possible that they heard someone or something out there in the wilderness and used the flash to either scare them away or get their attention. Maybe then Lisanne tried to hike away on her own for help, but died in the process. No one knows for sure if they tried walking along the Changuinola River, which is known to locals as the Grinder. It's a really dangerous spot with sudden flash floods, and you have to cross a lot of really old rope bridges over the water. It's just a really dangerous area that even locals avoid. So it could be a possibility that they tried doing this and just accidentally died. Another theory is that the girls were met with foul play out there in the jungle and that someone else was involved. Some question whether or not the backpack was planted, but to me it kind of seems unlikely that it was. But one thing that kind of fuels this theory is the fact that no one knows who took those last known photos on the camera or why, and the fact that the wrong pin was entered on the phone several times. That doesn't seem right, considering the girls probably knew each other's passwords. But I truly don't think we will ever know what happened unless they find the rest of their remains. 2 years ago, it was said that a couple of journalists planned to go back and search a dam at the end of the river, because according to them, Panama authorities never tried looking for the rest of their remains. They just closed the case as undetermined and kind of just said that it must have been an accident, mainly because of the dangerous terrain. A lot of people question how this case was handled back when it initially happened. All I know is that I've never felt such dread when reading about a case like I have with this one. The entire thing is something straight out of a nightmare, and the fact that there aren't really even any answers is terrifying. But it's now been 11 years, and whatever happened to Kris and Lisanne out there in the wilderness remains a mystery.